the workers who've had eye injuries weren't wearing eye protection. Why? Because they just didn't feel it was needed. What can eye protection do for you? Let's take a look. Eye protection. Well, you probably think we're going to show you a lot of graphic, gory eye injuries to motivate you to wear your eye protection. We figure you've seen enough of that. Instead, how about some real information you can use? There are three main reasons eye injuries happen. People aren't aware of the dangers around them. They select the wrong type of protective eyewear, or they don't wear eye protection at all. Your safety officer will survey the hazards in your workplace. They will identify areas or processes that create dust, sparks, chemical splashes, flying fragments, radiant energy, or other eye hazards. And then they will advise and train you in the use of the appropriate eye protection for your task. Usually the person who's performing the job is at the highest risk of being injured. But with eye injuries, you need to look at the bigger picture. Those working around you are at risk too. Perhaps you work around chemicals that could splash, or processes that release hazardous fumes or vapors. Maybe you work with a machine that often creates flying fragments. There are lots of workplace hazards for your eyes. Flying particles from chiseling, coarse grinding, drilling, hammering, metal work, and riveting. Windy or dusty environments, small particles from woodworking, light grinding, sanding, metalworking, spot welding, and mists from paint spraying. Splashing metal from hot metal casting and hot metal baths. Radiant energy and intense heat from sources like welding and cutting. Furnace tending, infrared light, and electrical arcing and sparks. But identifying the hazards is not enough. You also need to know what kind of eye or face protection will provide you with the best protection. Many people get eye injuries even when wearing some form of eye protection, because if you're not wearing the right protection for the job, you're not protected. Eye and face protection is divided into two types: primary protectors and secondary protectors. Primary protectors are devices which may be worn alone or with a secondary protector. Secondary protectors must only be worn with a primary device. There are four commonly used types of eye protection. Safety glasses are primary protectors. They're used mostly to protect the eyes from dust and particles. Safety glasses need to have side shields to prevent dust or particles from entering the glasses from the sides. Safety goggles are also primary protectors, used mostly when there's a potential for chemical splashing, or if there's a lot of dust that can get behind regular safety glasses. Some goggles are ventilated, either directly or indirectly. Ventilated goggles are usually cooler and more comfortable to wear. Directly ventilated goggles offer protection against large particles, but are not effective against fine powders or liquids. Indirectly vented goggles have baffled vents that do offer protection from fine dusts or liquids. Always consult with your safety officer to be sure you have the right goggles for the job. Face shields should be used when there's a high potential for splashing, or when using chemicals that are harmful to the skin. Face shields are considered a secondary protector. They must be worn with safety glasses or goggles, not alone. Safety glasses, goggles, and face shields do not provide unlimited protection. They're certainly not substitutes for machine guards or other engineering controls, but they can provide a lot of protection from unpredictable hazards. When welding or working around molten material or radiant energy, special optical lenses should be used. These lenses filter out the light that can burn your eyes. Welding helmets protect the eyes and face from radiant energy and molten particles. The helmets have filter lenses to limit light and heat to the eye. The filter density requirements change depending on what kind of process is being done. You should be trained and informed about the different filters available before doing a job that requires this kind of protection. Your employer will provide you with the appropriate protective eyewear for your job. Make sure that it fits properly and is comfortable. If it isn't, talk with your supervisor or consult with an eye care professional. If you receive glasses from your eye doctor, be sure that they are approved safety glasses for industrial use. They must also have side shields attached. Uncorrected vision problems can also contribute to accidents. If you have any concerns about your eyesight, have it tested. Examinations provide early detection and treatment of vision disorders. Not only must your eye protection fit well and be comfortable, it needs to be well maintained. Keep your lenses clean and use anti-fogging products if needed. If your eyewear becomes scratched, cracked, or damaged, replace or repair it immediately. If your eyewear is pitted or has suffered significant impact, dispose of it so it won't be worn again. In case of a chemical splash to your eyes, you need to know where the closest eye wash station is to your work area. Immediately flush with water for at least 15 minutes and send for help. If something gets by all that protection and penetrates or cuts the eye, call for help. Do not put direct pressure on the eyeball or attempt to remove the object yourself. This could cause more damage. Remember, wear eye protection whenever hazards exist, on the job or off. You got nothing to lose by wearing it, and everything to lose if you don't.